mark, the pole man who has the slightest advantage, but inside is 97. That's Ogiwara.
Ogiwara with another stormer of a start. A massive big push from his right leg, and he takes the whole shot once again from 5th on the grid. The Japanese rider with his newly bleached blonde hair setting the Rookies Cup alight here this morning.
He said it just wasn't possible to go away yesterday. Well, you know, can he do it today?
Into the back straight we come for the first time then. Riders going very, very wide off. There's Mike Huey, did that yesterday, going off onto the grass.
The two Spanish, they've raced a lot together through their careers, so they know what each other like to do. There's Bennett Fernandez, the points leader, in 4th place. David Gonzalez, who's come up part of the Mounsey Remedifa fall at the end of the race yesterday, but he hopefully will not make another mistake again.
And another place he takes up into 14th is Borg then. The leaders come through turns 6 and 7. Fernandez up the inside into 4th position. A big bobble on as he leans, as he tries to go. Wow, another one. Inside and out. Outside and inside is up the inside of Bahosa into 3rd position.
And that's what he said. Bennett said, I haven't changed the bike because I'd just rather, he says, I know everything that you can see how confident it is. He says, I know what it's going to do everywhere and in any circumstances. I've got so much confidence in the KTM and the Pirelli tyres that he loses 2nd place there, that he doesn't want to muck around with it. He said, I'd rather, you know, shift and modify my own riding style as required.
David Gonzalez now, though, taking command of this race in 1st position. Ramadipa just up the inside there. Now finds himself on the outside of Rushkanut. Wow, that was very, very tight indeed. And look at them all fan out. Oh, Mounty up the inside of David Gonzalez. That was so close.
Okay, he must have clipped David Gonzalez there, didn't he? Yes.
Surely he did. And Mounsey, goodness me, it really pays dividends to put a hot lap in, because Mounsey was the fastest rider on track that time around.
Brilliant stuff, absolutely superb.
And look at the gap, Peter.
Yes,
already a bit of daylight.
Yeah, but they're going to, let's see what happens with the slipstream down the back straight there. And it is Kano that leads. He must have gone through the green there, surely.
And he will be getting a track limits warning if it continues like that. It's all getting chaotic at the moment. 5 laps to go, Peter.
And Christian Daniel Jr. looking good in 2nd place. He said, I just needed to be more aggressive. That's what I've been lacking over the last few laps. That's what I found yesterday, and that's what I'm going to do on Sunday.
From our commentary position, I'm looking down, I'm seeing his dad, Christian Daniel Sr., looking a bit calm, but surely very, very nervous indeed, watching his son battle for what would be his first Rookies Cup victory.
Right, there is the points leader, the number 7, Bennett Fernandez. The 23 is Borg, of course. The 70, Christian Daniel Jr. Overtaker will be taken at every corner, of course. 23 is Travis Borg, the 16-year-old Maltese.
Fernando Bahosa still looking very exciting to me, alongside the number 20, the German rider, Finn Kratokville. Yesterday in the top 5, that would be crossing the line in the top 5 for the last 3 races in a row, more or less. But unfortunately, as I said earlier, finished yesterday's race in 17th after a long lap penalty instated after the race.
It's just going to be 3 laps remaining. Oh my goodness, that's close, isn't it? And Kano up the inside. Kano retakes the lead from Travis Borg, but did he spoil his drive out onto the start and finish? It didn't look so perfect, and I think already Travis Borg has pulled alongside him, probably has the advantage as they go under the brakes, but Bennett Fernandez latest on the brakes.
And Christian Daniel follows him through in a second. 3 laps to go then, Peter, and it really is starting to all go off. We have a leading patch of 15 riders. Everyone would get a point should they all finish like this. But who will take the victory?
Yeah, of course, it's Ogiwara. We had a 16 pack and Ogiwara slid out of it, leaving us with the 15. It is Christian Daniel Jr., the American, who has the lead.
But for how long? Down the back straight, nearly on the grass, goes Beñat Fernandez to cut to the inside. They go 3 abreast through turn 6. Wowee, that is a spectacular shot if you ever see one in motorcycle racing. David Gonzalez has recovered now, and there he is in the second place behind what should have been his key title rival, Beñat Fernandez.
Beñat looks across at him. The number 11 has the slightest advantage. Christian Daniel Jr.
Beñat pulling wide, slowing up, letting other riders through though, starting to play with him again. But then look at the daylight that gives David Gonzalez. I mean, he might think that's being clever, and we'll see how it plays out. But I'm not so sure with this many riders around you.
Well, that's right. You know, you only need to get one bump and you lose 10 places, as we saw with Sullivan Mountain. Not his fault at all, and that can happen to anybody. But, you know, this is Beñat's plan. He just wants to stay near the front.
And look at him, he's almost goon riding a 90s 500 Grand Prix style from a 2026 Red Bull rookie. Oh, big crash in the background. Big crash. Who's that? He's gone down. David da Costa.
David da Costa, I think.
And I think it might be Finn Kratokvil as well, the number 20 it is. That is such a shame. Well, fortunately, all looked okay. Riders okay for David da Costa. From our timing screens, we'll await news for rider okay for Finn Kratokvil as well. But that's it. They are now 14 riders at the finish.
And of course it's split that group up, hasn't it, Matt?
Yes.
You know, and there, well, David da Costa, he unfortunately slid off yesterday as well, not having a great day. He's on the pace, but you've got to stay on the motorcycle. Bad luck for him. So that's split the group now.
We are now a quintet. It is Gonzalez, Fernandez, Daniel, Borg and Cano. All these riders have podiums and or victories in Rookies Cup so far this season. Who will take the win then? That is a big gap, 1 second back to that chasing pack. There's Finn Kratokvil again. Here's what happened.
Upgrade my camp
direction. David da Costa unfortunately just cleaned him out going through the middle of the chicane, and that was it basically. There he is, cuts back, bang.
Oh yeah, well, they both just going for the same piece of road, weren't they?
And Kerman Tines and Sullivan Mounds, he got very, very lucky there indeed to stay on. We switch back to the front. This will be the dress rehearsal. We do have chasers coming towards them, hunting them down, but I think it's too little too late. Gonzalez leads them through for this dress rehearsal of the Gert Timmer chicane on that final lap.
Travis Borg on the green again. Surely he's running out of track limits.
Yeah. Oh, Chrissy Dowling goes down! Oh, dearie me! What a crying shame for the American. Oh, what a pity. They are now 4, Peter. He's okay, but it's Gonzalez leading from Borg, Fernandez and Carlos Cano.
And this is the last lap of the race. Yesterday's winner was Carlos Cano. Just dropped back a little. We'll see a replay here of just what happened.
He tried to carry the speed and bang. Unfortunately, him and Cano coming together.
Well, it was so close. It was so similar to the David da Costa the previous lap, wasn't it? Anyway, right, it's the number 11 who has the advantage. We're halfway around the last lap now. Number 11, David Gonzalez with the advantage over Travis Borg. The number 7, of course, is Beñat Fernandez, and then Carlos Cano. Can the guys behind catch them? I don't think so.
It's short. Well, looking at the gap, it's half a second now for Bahosa and Mike Yu. Singapong there chasing them down. And look at this, the point swing. Well, it goes the other way if it finishes like this. An extended lead for Beñat Fernandez, but it's still a fair way to go yet. Half a lap to go, Peter.
And Carlos Cano comes up the inside of Beñat Fernandez.
Gonzalez leads the wide line, trying to get the best run out onto this back section. Borg will want to go from the back of the grid to the win here today. Nothing less will be acceptable than that for the Maltese rider. Peter, this is it, the final run.
Yes, and of course, one touch of the green and you lose a place. Doesn't matter what you've done before. This is the last lap. They're 3 abreast, but it's Travis Borg who has the advantage. And surely he's not going to be passed. He keeps it off the green, but does Beñat, maybe Beñat touch it? The 23 is Borg. He's got it, surely. He just has to.
No, he goes wide. Oh, Borg! He's on the green. Oh, goodness me!
Beñat Fernandez crosses the line first.
He's done it.
Gonzalez. Travis Borg, I don't know if he's going to keep that 3rd place. Carlos Cano crosses the line 4th. Singapong 5th.
That was unfortunately Borg lost.